All right, we're getting ready to start into the next chapter, and the next chapter deals with exponents. All right, I know you've been dealing with exponents probably since grade school. I'm going to go back and review some of it because I don't know each and every one of your all's backgrounds, and just talk a little bit about exponents. All right, for the first of all, every time there's an exponent, you have two things going on. You have a base, okay? The base can be a number or it can be a variable, and you have an exponent, which also can be a variable or an exponent. The exponent signifies how many times the base is multiplied times each other. All right? Here's what I mean. In this case, I have a 2. That's my base. All right? Let's just pick an exponent. I'm going to pick 4. All right? This is, and you would refer to this as 2 to the 4th power. All right? That means this is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. All right? So 2 to the 4th power is 2 times 2, which is 4, times 2, which is 8, times 2, which is 16. Another couple quick examples. What I was saying about the variable. There's our base of x, right? If I have x to the 6th, all this means is x times x times x times x times x times x. Okay? You can even have it where you have a base of a number, and you can have an exponent, or you can have a variable for an exponent. There's nothing we can do with this because we don't know how many times 2's times each other. All right, somebody would have to tell us what x is before we could do anything with this. So as far as we can go with this is what you see is 2 to the x. All right, now after the quick review, we're going to talk about our first exponent rule. And the first exponent rule is the product rule. All right, that is x to the m power times x to the n equals x to the m plus n. Now, I know when you first look at this looks confusing. You need some examples to show you that it's really not that bad. The first thing I want you to notice is that the x's are the base, all right, and they are the same, all right. You can only apply the product rule when the bases are the same, all right. I'm going to do an example now with actual numbers to show you what I mean. We're going to do 2 to the 3rd times 2 to the 4th, right, equals, right, all you do in this case is add the exponents, all right. This equals 2 to the 7th. You're done. You can go further and just do the math on that 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, but for our intents and purposes, that's the answer right there, 2 to the 7th. All right. If you need if you need actual visual representation to get this in your head, I'm going to do 4 to the 2nd times 4 to the 2nd. Right? That means, look at this. This will be 4 times 4. That's the square there. Times, there's your multiplication, times 4 times 4. That equals 4 to the 4th. All right? I wrote it all out here so you could take a look at it, but all you had to do was add exponents. 2 plus 2 equals this 4. All right, I'm going to do a bunch of problems straight out of your homework. All right, these are at the same level of difficulty as your homework. let's look at the first one here. X squared times x cubed. All right, they've got the same base. All right, so I know my answer is going to have a base of x. Right, 2 times 3. I know that all I have to do is add exponents. X to the 5th. All right. Again, if you need a visual representation of that, x to the 5th is your answer, but it's x squared, okay, times x cubed, and then you just count these, right? X times x times x times x times x times x is x to the 5th, which is what you've got here. All right, this next problem, we're going to add a little bit of something else to it. All right, in front of the base is n, all right? So you know you're going to add the exponents for that, all right? But you've got a coefficient, a number in front of the n, right? In that case, you just multiply them. Your number is going to be 6. This has nothing to do with the exponents, right? You have to treat it totally separate. Now you've got your n, all right? That's your base, and you add the exponents to the 5th. All right. Okay, going to the third one down here. I've got a coefficient of 4. And remember, if it's just like m squared, that's the same as being a 1. All right. I'm going to do my coefficients first. 1 times 4 is 4. I've got a base of m. All right, m. And I've got exponents of 2 and 3. I know that I just add those, and it becomes m to the 5th. All right, we got 2 problems here. These are the last 2 I'm going to do as far as this video goes. But they look really nasty, but they're really not that bad. All right, there's 3 things going on in this first problem. I got my coefficients, which are the numbers. I've got the x's, and I've got the y's. So I've got to treat them as 3 different things. First thing I'm going to do is take care of the coefficients. 3 times 2 is 6. All right. Now I'm going to do, I've got bases of x. All right. I've got x to the 2nd, x to the 3rd. I just add those, and I get x to the 5th. All right. I've got y to the 2nd times y to the 2nd. So I just add the 2's, and I get y to the 4th. I'm done. That's all there is to it. All right. This second problem, and the last one I'm going to do on the video, I've got, again, 3 things going on. I've got coefficients. I've got the m's. And I got the y's. Let's take care of them in order. -3 times 4, the coefficients, is going to give me -12. I'm going to take care of the m's. I've got m to the 2nd times m to the 2nd. I add exponents. I get m to the 4th. All right. Now I've got my y's. Here's something we haven't crossed yet. I've just got a y. It doesn't have an exponent. Guys, if it's just a y or it's just an x, you can just think of it like this. It's an exponent of 1. All right. I add the exponents now. Okay. I've got y to the 1st, y to the 1st. Add those. You get y to the 2nd. And you're done. All right. Take notes for this video. Watch it. I hope you feel good about it. I'll answer questions first thing on Friday. You're going to show me your notes. All right. I need to see your notes for this video. And as you can see, it doesn't take too long to watch this. So if you get a chance, watch it again.